Hello everyone, this is Korpah and welcome back to yet another episode of Eschalon Book 1, where I play and narrate the story. I want to thank those that have gave feedback on my last episode. I made some spelling errors. I called the city Adria instead of Aridel, which it is called. So thanks for that, and as always you can leave your feedback or comments, suggestions through Twitter, the comment system on YouTube, and through my email, and all the information you need is down below in the description. So here we go. On the last episode we kind of explored the city of Aridel, and at the moment I believe we still have to talk with the mayor though, so let's do that first before we start to head off to adventure and glory. So I believe this is the house, so here it goes. We see the lady standing here. You see an older, distinguished woman standing in a room nicely decorated with tapestries and fine rugs. She appears weary, as if she carries with her much stress and is in need of rest. Greetings, traveler. I am Eleanor, Mr. Leffy Hartward, council head here of the village of Aridel. We get very few visitors out of this way, so please, if there is anything I can do for you during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. You nod to her as you introduce yourself as Korpah, and we're gonna ask, how can I reach Tangletree Forest from here? Tangletree Forest is west of here, Eleanor says, placing her hand on her chin. I no longer know the best way to reach it because I've heard that Grimhold is impassable. I believe the northern pass is still usable, but that takes you the long way around the north end of the forest. That route may be dangerous for what I've heard. The beasts and bandits roam freely north of here, but you should be safe if you can make it to Darkwood. Thanks. I'm gonna ask, do you have time to answer some questions for me? Certainly, Eleanor says. What is your question? We're gonna ask her. I woke up in an abandoned house southwest of here, and I don't know where I am. Southwest, you say? It sounds like you just came from Allen Hollow, a nearby village that has been ruined a few years ago. Eleanor sighs as if she's reflected on the event. Well, now you are in Aridel. We're a small coastal village located in the region known as South Paris, in eastern Theramore. West of here is Grimhold, the old fortress that used to take travelers into Tangletree Forest. North of here is North Paris, and south is the area called Salted Coast along the Southern Sea. Porter, the owner of the Owl Rooster Tavern, sells miscellaneous supplies. He may have a regional map of the area, if you think that would be of help. We're gonna ask, I'm glad to know where I am at, but it doesn't explain how I got here. Your situation is very odd indeed, Eleanor says, with a puzzled look upon her face. She steps back and quickly examines you. Well, I know everyone here in Aridel and the surrounding region, and I've never met you before. There have been several shipwrecks along the Salted Coast to the south in recent weeks. Perhaps you were one of its passengers, or a hand on one of these ships, and have suffered amnesia. Or maybe you were bitten by one of the foul creatures which roam the area. Many of these beasts produce toxic that have unknown effects on humans, possibly even memory loss. Why don't you stay at Aridel for a couple of days and see if your memory returns? You can visit Father Miguel next door in the Bethel of the Green Moon if you need further healing. And you can get a room at the Owl Rooster Tavern. I believe that's all the questions we could ask. No, we have still one. I've seen many strange beasts roaming around outside the village and ruined buildings. What has happened to this land? Eleanor seems almost surprised by your question. You must be from far outside Theramore if you're unaware of the events in this region. She takes a sip of tea and sits down, her chinned cup, before continuing. Well, this land is embroiled in war that we are currently fighting with the Urakur. What you see out there, the beasts that roam the land and the ruins, are remnants of this war. We ask, what is this war regarding? Eleanor replies, it's regarding honor and justice. It's about reclaiming something that was taken from the people of Theramore 3 years ago, without reason or provocation. The Urakur chose to undermine centuries of peace coexisting with us by stealing the crux of ages straight from under our noses. The crux is a very spirit of Theramore, taken as a vagabond who'd take an apple. Of course, there was a huge public outcry over this event, and the councillor issued a proclamation stating their actions constituted an act of war. We've been fighting this conflict with them ever since. We ask, what's the crux of ages? Eleanor replies, the crux of ages is Theramore's most prized artifact, a jewel of absolute perfection, and a symbol of Theramore's majesty. When humans first settled this region long ago, the crux was discovered by miners within a single block of granite. After it was removed from the stone, it became an object of inspiration and power for all of Theramore. For 300 years it has rested in the vault in Spire, our capital city, only to be brought out once per year during the summer festival, so that's all Theris citizen could view it. And it was stolen, we ask? Yes, 3 years ago the Orakur agent broke into the vault through a secret tunnel and took it. They took it because they coveted it. From the very day it was found and pulled from the rock, the Orakur claimed ownership of it. This act of theft is an insult to all of Theramore, and the Chancellor has vowed to continue the military action until the jewel is recovered. What or who are these Urakurs? Not much is known about them really. From what I understand, they are a race of underground dwellers creatures. Some say they are twisted descendants of dwarves, but no one really knows. They are horrible, bothered by the sun and never come above ground, even at night, because the open air scares them. They thrive in the dark, narrow passages of underground surrounded by stone. They rarely fight on their own. They prefer to swarm their enemies with the underground creatures that they seem to hold command of. This is why this land now is so plagued with vile creatures. They use these creatures to wear us down, to drive us from these lands. Eleanor pauses. Say, I have a look of the history of Theramore in the drawer beside my desk. You're welcome to take it if you want. It's rather outdated, but perhaps it's information in there that can be of help to you. Thanks for your time. I must be going, we reply. So let's see, we should be allowed to take this now. So we have a book, History of Theramore now. Yeah, it's very long, so we're not gonna read that right now. But we're gonna continue. We're gonna walk outside of the house where we find a sealed old barrel. And we find some more alchemy ingredients. So now that we talked to everyone in Aridel, we're gonna continue our journey to Elder Hollow, I believe the village is called. So this will take a bit of time because I believe we cannot teleport there. No, we cannot. No, only Aridel. So we're gonna walk to Elder Hollow, and there should be a cellar where the blacksmith evacuated from the village, left some mithril bars. So here we are at the village of Elder Hollow. And we cleared it already. And I believe the cellar that we are looking for is right over here. Yeah, I think I'm correct. So let's go there. Entering a dank cellar. The smell of damp, musty earth fills your nostrils as you descend the stairs into the chilly cellar underneath the abandoned house. You see many long-legged spiders crawling across the walls and ceiling. Okay, well, so we're gonna grab a torch here, because it's dark, of course. We see a barrel with, again, some gold in it. And meanwhile, we're gonna slowly make our way through this dungeon. Really thinking on the skill to make a map, because this is really really annoying. And let's see, we entered I entered the room with wine, or a lot of wine cellars and racks. Broken wine racks and bottles lie everywhere. It appears that any wine of value has already been taken or eventually smashed upon the ground. So let's see what we can find in here. Not much, it seems. Upon stepping on this pressure plate, a section of wall to the southwest opens up. Okay, well, let's first continue to the area we haven't been yet. Maybe we find something else. Seems not beside a broken chest, which hold a healing potion and a torch. So it was good of us to come back. So slowly we're gonna walk towards the section that just opened up, and I readied my spell Flash Boil because I think we're gonna meet some new friends right now. Okay, I'm gonna put the torch into this cone on the wall so we have a bit of lit area. Meanwhile, we enter some sort of office, and the office has a door key. Let's see what we can find here. I hear some beasties. You hear the faint sounds of a gate moving somewhere. Okay, so we opened something up, but I hear and see some beasts flying about. So let's see, we opened the door with the door key and we gain some experience by doing so. So now, well, we have enemies. Enemies ahead. So we're gonna use our Flash Boil skill or spell to cast upon the beasties. Let's see. Let's start using the magic, because otherwise we might even get a disease from these foul creatures. So with bats dealt with, we can now continue. We come to a wall and we find a corpse. You see a cold, stiff corpse with nothing in it. Okay. So while we walk through the dark, we see some more rooms which have light in it, so we might encounter some more stuff along the way. We are making our way through the narrow passages, and we used up a torch. Wow, that went fast. We really need to stack upon torches. Okay, so we come to a crossway with two doors, one to the left, one to the right, and we're gonna take the left door. A bad feeling about this though. Okay, let's see. You discovered a trap nearby. Okay, I believe this is the... Ouch. We sprung a trap and gained a lot of damage from it. So we used another pressure plate to open up a section, and we're walking forward again. We find an empty barrel, and we're still walking through the dark, really. Seems that we're gonna go to some sort of bedroom now. And it holds a key, some serum and another torch. Nothing else really. So we're gonna grab the torch that is on the wall as well, because we are not coming back here anyway, while making our way back again. So I wonder where the key is needed, and we're at a point where we see a gate, but we cannot open it from this side, so we have to find a lever somewhere. I see a lever behind another wall, but we cannot reach it yet. So let's see. Yeah, let's not disarm the trap, because we have 0% chance of actually, well, disarming it. Okay, so with the key in hand, we're walking towards the door on the right, and for that the key was needed. So we opened the door up, and we're gonna continue through the thickness of, dark. We're gonna continue through the darkness to see what we can find. I hear beasties about. You cannot see your target. So we're finding some more creatures. But happily our spell Flesh Boil is really efficient at taking care of these creatures for us. We just have to watch out for our mana. We found another corpse down in this dank cellar, and we found another healing potion, so that will come in handy. And we continue our journey through the darkness, and wow, we totally overlooked this one. Come on, hit it. And that's another salamander down. So we opened up the gate. And now we have to walk back. But that will give our mana and health some time to regain. Recharge. So that's a good thing. And while we're walking back, we still hear the sound of water dripping on the floor. And we used another torch. Yeah, we're really gonna need some more torches. That's for sure, or some sort of light spell. Let's see, I see a sign in the middle of the floor. And it says, one right path, many wrong steps. So I assume there's a lot of traps here. Can we throw something? No, we can't. We cannot throw items on the floor, sadly. Otherwise, we could test where the traps are. Okay, I fear this will gonna hurt. Let's see. I'm casting the spell Leather Skin, and yeah, let's see where this goes. Oh, we're gonna get another beastie, so I'm gonna use Flesh Boil on it. Happily for him or her, I have no idea, it was flying. Okay, so we're gonna slowly continue. So far so good. Ah, you discovered a nearby trap. Nice. Well, we have no mana left. We just have to beat him down. Just like that. Okay. Ah, that hurts. So we're getting a bit of damage here now. Okay, let's see. We have some healing potions. Yeah, there are a lot of traps here. Yeah. I'm just trying to walk forth and back to spot them. Ouch. Well, took a bit of damage there. So we used another potion. We really need more mana though. But well. Let's just see how it goes. Happily we still have the unarmed threat. Or thread. So we can use that as well. Yeah, we don't have mana left. Come on. Yeah, this is really the weak side of our character. Once we lost mana, we really cannot do anything. Hopefully we are gonna get some better armor soon. Okay, so let's see. What kind of room are we? Well, there are two doors. One to the northeast and one to the southwest. So I'm not sure what door we should take. Let's see if both are open. Yeah, both are open, but I'm gonna leave you off at this. So, should we take the door to the northeast? Please let me know down below in the comments. Or if you think we should take the door to the southwest, let me know. And we're gonna continue our journey from there. So again, thanks for watching. This has been Korpah, and please leave any comments, suggestions and feedback down below in the comments through Twitter, or send me an email about it, and I will try to incorporate it with the upcoming videos, and it will help me a lot. So thanks again, this has been Korpah, and I'll see you next time. Click the right annotation to go to the next episode. Click the annotation in the middle to go to a random video you might enjoy. Click the annotation to the left to go to the previous episode. And please follow me on Google+, as it will help me make my own brand. And follow me on Twitter for all announcements and my thoughts on things.